The next poem is from a poet, Fatbardha Budini from Albania. The poem name is My Childhood. After you, I ran my childhood in the world of memories, where birds were flying around my house, and I used to feed them with the smallest slaughter. I ran after you, where were the dolls made of clothes that for us were our only toys. I ran after you, where every night we climbed on the terrace, where the bells and sirens were informed about an alarm, and counting in the sky beautiful and full of fire stars. After you, I ran there at noon, where the school bell invited us to teach, and we who lined up in her yard, we were happy. After you, the childhood remains laughter and tears of innocence in the schoolyards, in the courtyard of the house. After you were a child, we played behind the tables, over trees, marble floors. There our hearts were small and extremely sincere. After you, as a child, we have played and lost. We lose your color, your aroma, your beautiful and happy innocence. We miss you forever, our childhood. For life, you will remain in our minds and hearts. I became a little teary-eyed. The poem actually took me to my childhood. I think everybody, whoever is listening, like in this complicated world where every day we are fighting with our emotions, feelings, how much we miss our childhood. When everything was unto our parents, we are just carefree to do, to enjoy every moment. Just only one thing we had to do, that is education, or maybe pursue some hobbies. Other than that, we were the one who were called nature. We are actually not differentiated from nature. We were nature in the childhood. So yeah, whenever anybody thinks of childhood, he or she has to lose herself or himself into that reverie of childhood. Like, oh my God, the school arena, the playing ground with friends, the long hours of chatting or gossiping with the friends, giggling, laughing. Like we never knew that time that one day we'll be adult and we have to carry the whole world on our shoulder. Isn't it feel for all of us as if we are carrying the world on our shoulder, too much heavy, that nowadays the new terms are popping up, depression. Actually, there is nothing called depression. If we try to define it in a correct way, depression comes up when we overthink of an emotion which is hurting us, giving us pain. Because we don't have the control on our mind sometimes, that the thought recurrently, trouble us. We don't want that thought to come repeatedly and hurt us, but it comes again and again. And it drags you to a pit where you feel that the cause of that pain has cut you off from the entire world. And that is what you call depression. And you don't feel in that period of time as if you have no purpose to live. But you think to every person, if we make them feel that they are counted in this world, they are loved, they are cared in this world, we value their presence in our life. Tell me, will depression still be there? The term still be there? So that is the reason we need to spread this awareness that while I'm talking about this depression, I will definitely want to mention, before that I'll say, please excuse me, I sometimes sway from the topic because I have the habit of, catching the words and talk about it. But I really want to talk about depression. Nowadays, young children, they are also getting into it. So we need to talk to them in a certain way, which is not preaching. We need to understand. I have a 13-year-old girl. I always try to talk with her with the sense that I am a 13-year-old mother. Like, I should not forget that the feeling I had when I was 13 years old, my daughter has the same feeling. I shouldn't be talking to her as a mother. Then they will not open up to us. That is the reason they, prefer to spend their most of the times in solitary, because whenever we go to our children, we become parents. But think about yourself. When you were 13 years or 12 or a teenage, did you listen to your parents, everything they have said? Were you that obedient child which you are expecting from your child? Think over it. You were not. Because we cannot see at the age of 13 years, in the teenage age, that what is actually, lying ahead in the future time for us, which we call pitfalls. That always parents says to the children that, see, there is a, difficulty lying ahead. If you don't listen to me, you are going to face that. You tell them 1,000 times, they cannot imagine that one. They cannot conceive it because they are child. How we were not able to conceive it, and our parent also used to be angry with us. So to all the parents, I will request, be empathic to your children. Children are a gift given to us by the universe. We don't possess them. So what is our part? As the creator or the universe has chosen us as the parent, we will guide them, showing that these are the difficulties, these are the bars you may face in coming times. So watch each of your steps. Teach them how to take better decisions. Make them understand how important it is to do a decision making. So I don't always support this reckless kind of, attitude, like there is no standard of parenting though, that they will learn from mistakes. Then if they do commit some kind of, biggest mistake, parents mostly does not support by them. So I will always request all the parents, always stand by them, understand them, and while talking with them, be a teenage child, being a mother. Then only, this depression term will be disappeared from the surface of earth. And to the adult, I will say that please don't overthink. And if you have really a very acute emotion, write it out. That will make a beautiful poetry. Okay, not taking too much time for